Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis of crude oil and natural gas. So let's dive in. I'll give you my financial opinion into the charts, and here we go. So here's crude oil futures. We are moving sideways. Lots of sideways action. Big up, big down, big up, big down, and we're just chopping sideways, guys, until we break out of this pattern. We are in between the winter season and the summer driving season. So we're just waiting. I think we're heading higher for the summer, and we're chopping sideways at the moment. Natural gas, that just said, I don't care. I'm going higher. So this one's going higher. It's broken out of its pattern. It's making a little run higher here. We got a little wick at the top, a little bit of sellers out there, a little bit, but it looks good. XOP getting a little bit of a sell-off today. Looks like everything's kind of selling off just by looking at it. SM Energy coming back to support here, almost to the support line. CDEV is coming back a little bit. It's still above support, still looks good, still positioned well. CWEGF could get a little bit of a pullback here, still positioned above its support area. We got CPE above support line. Everything's above support. We're just getting a pullback day to day. Maybe a good buying opportunity. Now this, we have a bearish engulfing here. We could pull back a little bit for Athabasca oil. We could have a little bit of a bigger pullback. If we get one, I would be a buyer. And then the support below this, I would say something like, $1.19 or something. If things were to really pull back, if they were to really pull back, looks like a support area. Recaf getting a little bit of a sell-off today, closing that gap up. Looking at Crescent Point, again, we're getting some bearish engulfings. It looks like we're going to start testing the support areas down here. Northern Oil and Gas, again, another bearish engulfing. We could head back a little bit for the short term. Another bearish engulfing, we could head back. This does look like it's entering a consolidation type period, though, where we could pull back a little bit. Small down days. Yeah, we'll see which way this thing goes, but it's above its support, broke out, and sometimes they do a little retest type move. Pedevco coming back a little bit. Oasis getting a little bit of a sell-off, coming back inside the pattern. We've got CRK. That one's holding strong at the moment. It's a very big natural gas company. SD getting a little bit of a sell-off today. Again, we've got support kind of in this region down here. REI is still bumping its head against this resistance level. That is a major resistance level, so we might rest a little bit before breaking higher. Surge Energy, another one getting a little bit more selling pressure. We could pull back a little bit in the short term. That's a bearish engulfing. We're still above all these patterns. A little bit of a sell-off here in Tamarack Valley. Crescent Energy, we're pulling back a little bit. Vermilion Energy pulling back a little bit. These are all bearish engulfings here, guys, and we're right on support here. Looks like we've got a pattern. Oops. We've got a pattern that's developing here, and hopefully we can stay inside that pattern there. Going into energy service companies, again, the sell-off continues. Looks like, we've got a little bit of this. We could break to the downside here. Maybe. I mean, we'll see what tomorrow brings us. Tetra Technologies, a little bit more of a sell-off today. Rig, we're still inside the pattern for Rig. Looking at Pump, I mean, we've got all these patterns here that we're still inside, so everything looks okay. We just have a down day today. EXTN, we've got Valaris, a little bit more of a sell-off. We could have a little bit of a pullback. MMA Offshore just moving sideways. Tidewater moving sideways up here. And we've had some pretty big runs, guys. This is a very big run. I suspect we'll get a pullback out of this at some point. NEX getting a little bit of a pullback. It's not even that big of a pullback. I mean, this has been a very strong looking stock. KLX Energy, if we can pull back here, guys. I haven't bought it yet. Still waiting. CHX is right at this resistance line, getting rejected off the resistance line at the moment in the short term. Still inside the pattern. A little bit of a pullback in Cactus Energy. Nine's getting, wherever you have this large volatility, You're going to get large volatility up and down. Just be cognizant of that. OII, again, it's right on support. Noble Energy getting a little bit of a pullback. We could pull back a little bit more here in the short term. Pullback here, nothing too much to be worried about for Helix. Energy Solutions. CGGYY, again, we're coming up to some resistance at some point here soon. Petrofac, another one that's been moving sideways for a long time. And then McCoy Global. This guy's been going back and forth in the short term. But it's still broken its downtrend. Everything still looks really good. We've got a bottoming pattern that's coming, and it's just scribing out that bottoming pattern. Looking at coal, I like taking the longer big picture view because you can actually see it. But this one looks good. It's hanging in there. It's doing well. This is the one I bought. If people wanted to know, I bought New Hope Coal down here. Someone asked what coal company did I buy. I bought New Hope Coal down here. I also bought BTU on the let me go to the dailies here, right here. I bought it on the retest move. And I also bought it in the donations portfolio, and that's when I bought BTU. Or maybe it was here. It was either here or here. I can't remember. Looking at China Shinua, just moving side. It's above its support. Just it looks good. Everything's fine. Yan Coal getting a little bit of a down move. This is a very large. It's a very large move here from like $2 to 17. That's a big move. It's a big booty double bottom. Whitehaven Coal still looking good. It's still broken out. We just gotta hang on. Thungela is incredible. This thing's been absolute beast mode. I would not buy it up here, guys. I just not after a move like this. I'd wait for a pullback. But that's definitely in beast mode right now. But that's everything looks good. We're sitting on top of patterns. We're coming up to support. That's usually where I like to buy. So we're getting this pullback. Could there be a little bit further pullback? There could be. There could be. And, they're releasing oil from the strategic reserves. We're going to get this little pullback. I look at it as a buying opportunity. And I think this summer, it's going to be something that's going to be a force to reckon with. We're going to get higher demand. More people are going to be traveling. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be using a lot more energy. I'll admit it. I'm going to be using a lot more energy. A lot more. I'm going to be flying. I don't really fly in the winter. Usually fly in the summer. I'm going to fly a couple times. So we'll do that. I'll be driving my cars. I'll be getting those things out. I usually go around, travel more in the summer as well, doing certain things like climbing and going into the mountains and stuff like that. So my demand will go up quite a bit. Me personally, it'll probably go up at least over 100%. It'll double at least. So I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be in the same boat, and prices are going to go up. I mean, we're going to have to stave off demand somewhere. And I prefer this is the stuff that I really like doing. I like driving my cars in the summer at tracks and courses and stuff. So that's one of the things that I devote money towards. So you're not going to be cutting my demand. It could be $7 a gallon. I probably still do it. So that's where we're at. Everything looks good still, and I would view this as a buying opportunity. Give me a thumbs up for the content, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out my website. Platinum membership is what I would choose. Go do the question and answers every weekend. Ask me questions. Do whatever you need to do, and I'll answer the questions. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.